the Jfn Top Players of Week 5. We got my top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 running backs, top 5 wide receivers all in this live stream. It's going to be a quick one. I usually do this for the pre-show, but this week I believe we will not have a pre-show. Instead, we're having a late night show here for week 5. We're having a late night show where I named my top players for the quarterback, running back, and my receiver positions, and I'll run down to you guys my upset of the week. I finally made my upset of the week. So yeah, let's go right into it. Let's first start with the running back position. At number 5, at the running back position, I have Breece Hall. Breece Hall, I think, will be the 5th best running back of week 5 versus the Miami Dolphins. Breece Hall, he had a game-winning touchdown, game-winning rushing touchdown last week versus the Jets played the Steelers versus the Steelers last week. And Breece Hall, I really like Breece Hall. He's a great running back. He's young, and I think he's gonna show out again this week. And I got Breece Hall at number 5 versus the tough Miami Dolphins without Tua Tagovailoa and Tarek is questionable this week. But I got Breece Hall going off versus the Dolphins. I have him at number 5. At number 4, I have Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler went absolutely off last week. Let's check how much touchdowns Austin Eckler put up. Austin Eckler, absolutely great week. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown with 60 rushing yards. Austin Eckler, great game last week from him. And I don't expect nothing less from Austin Eckler. I think he's going to have another big game versus the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are not a good team. Just like last week, the Houston Texans were not a good team. So, against 2 back-to-back bad teams, I think Austin Eckler has the chance to go off against 2 very, very mid teams. The Texans are a bad team, but the Browns, I call them a mid-table team. Later on in the week, or next week on either Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be giving you guys my panic teams so far during the season. So yeah, that's later on here on the JFN channel. But yeah, Austin Eckler at 4. At number 3, I have Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, big game versus the Chiefs. If the Raiders keep using Josh Jacobs like they did last week, the Raiders are in good hands. Josh Jacobs, such a good player. And if Josh Jacobs keep playing like he did last week, the Raiders are going to be okay. But yeah, I have Josh Jacobs at number 3 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a divisional game. Jacobs went absolutely crazy last week versus the Broncos. Another AFC West matchup, divisional game. But Josh Jacobs at 3, divisional game. Josh Jacobs, that dog's going to come out in Josh Jacobs on Monday Night Football. Prime time. The lights are bright on the Raiders and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs going to go crazy. At number 2, I have Damian Pierce. Damian Priest or Damian Pierce. The Texans running back, however you want to say his name. Going against the Jaguars, I think that's it. Pierce is going to have a great game there. I find Damian Pierce, he's such an underrated running back right now in the NFL. And I think he's going to have such a good game. I really, really like him. And I have him at number 2 this week. At number 1, I have Aaron Jones going against the New York Giants at 6:30 a.m. PT on the West Coast. Aaron Jones is a dog, and going against the Giants, who I don't think is a good team at all this year. Or, I'd take that back. I think the Giants are a mid-team this year. I don't think their defense is good this year. I got Aaron Jones running all over that New York Giants defense. I have him at number 1. Recap of my top 5 running backs. Breece Hall 5, Austin Eckler 4, Jacobs 3, Pierce 2, Jones, AJ, Aaron Jones 1. Let's get to the wide receivers. We'll leave the quarterbacks for last. At number 5 for the wide receivers, I have Brandon Ayuk versus the Carolina Panthers. Ayuk hasn't been the breakout that everyone thought he would be, but Ayuk has done his dues. He has done what we've seen he could do. He got the yak yards. He could do a lot of things. So far in the season, he only has 14 catches, 179 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. I think Ayuk is gonna go crazy this week. I think Ayuk will have 2 receiving touchdowns and like 80 yards. 80 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns for Brandon Ayuk versus the Panthers. I think this is where Ayuk finally breaks out for the 49ers. It's gonna come here in what week is it? 5? Yes, in week 5 versus the Carolina Panthers. I have Ayuk at number 5. At number 4, I have Romeo Dubs, the man from Nevada. I was very, very high on him coming out of college out of Nevada. I thought he was a great wide receiver, and now you can just see it. Aaron Rodgers has shown Romeo Dubs that he trusts Dubs, or however you guys say his name. I said Dubs. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers showing that he trusts in Dubs, and I don't think it'll be nothing less. Allen Lazard and Dubs are for surely Aaron Rodgers' two favorite targets to throw to. That's why Romeo Dubs at number 4. Packers are playing the New York Giants. Like I said, I don't think the defense is that good, so I have Romeo Dubs at number 4. At number 3, I have Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs didn't have a bad game last week, but he didn't have a good game last week. He had a very, very mid game last week versus the Baltimore Ravens. I believe Stephon Diggs will bounce back this week versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think Stephon Diggs will have a great game. I have him at number 3. At number 2, I have Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, a divisional rival, going against a divisional rival. When you go against a divisional rival, I feel like the star players of each team are going to show up. Josh Jacobs is going to show up for the Raiders. Devontae is going to show up for the Raiders. Devontae Adams, I have number 2, because he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He is maybe the best route runner in the NFL right now. But I have on number 2 this week versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Great matchup there. Devontae Adams versus Snead, I believe, is going to be who's going to be guarding Devontae. Devontae got the better of P2 last week, Patrick Surtain. This week, I believe Devontae will be getting the better of Ladarius Snead and the Kansas City Chiefs DBs. So I have Devontae Adams at number 2. At number 1, I have Jamar Chase on Sunday Night Football. When the lights are bright, Jamar Chase is finally going to have that breakout game that everyone was expecting Jamar Chase to have this season. I think it's finally going to come versus the Baltimore Ravens. Jamar Chase is a great wide receiver, and he's going to show it against the Baltimore Ravens. I have him being the best wide receiver of Week 5 in the NFL, Jamar Chase. Let's run down the top 5 wide receivers again. At 5 is Ayuk. At 4 is Romeo Dubs. 3, Stephon Diggs. 2, Devontae Adams. 1, Jamar Chase. Now we get to the quarterback. Quarterback 5, number 5, I have Lamar Action Jackson, divisional rival of Cincinnati Bengals. I think Lamar Jackson is going to go off for the Ravens, and hope the Ravens keep the game close. And number 5, Joe Burrow versus the Baltimore Ravens. I think Joe Burrow is also going to have a good game this week, going against the divisional game. It brings that dog out of you. And yeah, Lamar and Burrow at number 5 and 4. But I think Burrow is going to get the better of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens this week. I have Burrow at 4. At number 3, I have Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is just, he's something else. When the lights are bright, it's when Patrick Mahomes shine the brightest. Last week he played Sunday night versus the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. And he looked amazing. The Chiefs looked amazing out there. They had early momentum because the Buccaneers kick returner fumbled and just gave the Chiefs early momentum, and Mahomes did not look back after that turnover the Chiefs had, or the Bucks had on the kickoff return. Mahomes and the Chiefs did not look back, so I have Mahomes at number 3. I think, again, he's going to have a good week going against the Raiders. I have the Chiefs winning this week, so that's why I have him at number 3. At number 2, I have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's going to London this week, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to show all the London fans how good of a quarterback he is. He's going to be darting up the New York Giants defense, like I said again. I don't think they're a good defense at all. So I have Aaron Rodgers at 2. Justin Herbert at number 1, the baby goat at number 1, going against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are a mid-team in the NFL, in my opinion. I think Justin Herbert is going to be the best quarterback of the week, going against the Cleveland Browns. My top 5 quarterbacks, recap this. Lamar at 5. Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow at 4. Mahomes at 3. Rodgers at 2. Herbert at 1. That will do it for my top players of the week list. Those are my top 15 players of the week who I think are going to break out. Last week I told you guys Deebo Samuel will be the best wide receiver in the NFL last week. And he was. He was top. I think only one wide receiver had more receiving yards than him. And that wide receiver, I forgot who it was, but that wide receiver didn't have one touchdown. And Deebo did. So yeah, I was right about my wide receiver last week. Let's see if I'm gonna keep that streak going with Jamar Chase, Aaron Jones, and Justin Herbert as my top players of their position. But yeah, that's gonna end this live stream. Like I said, it was nice and short for you. It's late here in the West Coast. Before we go, I want to tell you guys my upset of the week. My upset of the week is the Dallas Cowboys will beat the LA Rams. The percentage on ESPN right now is the percentage is 24%, 24.6 for the Cowboys, and 75.1% for the LA Rams. LA Rams are coming off a short week. Cowboys are not. I think Cooper Rush and the Cowboys are going to keep their undefeated record with Cooper Rush as the starter. I think the Cowboys are going to whoop the LA Rams. Not whoop. I take that back. The Cowboys are going to beat the LA Rams in a very, very close game. I think Cowboys win by 6 or 3 points. And that's also my game of the week. Cowboys-Rams is going to be my game of the week this week. Tune into that one. And JFN, this was the Top Players of the Week show. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel new, and I'm out of here. Peace.